Hello and welcome back to another On the Rest and to another edition of Raw Out of 10. The latest entrance into the men and women's Elimination Chamber matches were determined on Raw. So yeah, that was kind of the main focus on the show. And there was also a few other things on there as well, including an appearance from AJ Lee and the opening segment, which in a way I would say kind of felt forced. The Visions and the Usos were conveniently in the same place at the same time, despite no meaningful interaction in recent weeks. Knight interrupted Pierce and started talking trash on Logan Paul, Bronson Reed and Austin Theory. Was fun and led to the underrated usage of Turdstain as an insult. Still, it felt like classic pro wrestling setup rather than organic storytelling. The match will likely be strong based on the talent involved. But that doesn't excuse the subpar creative that kind of led into the match, which was LA Knight and the Usos taking on the Vision. And yeah, the crowd was hot for this. Rooting on Knight as he found on himself isolated from his partners, the Usos. After several minutes on the wrong side of the ring, he created a separation and tagged in Jay. The action descended into chaos from there as all six competitors waged war in and around the ring. A late match surge from Reed included a tope suicida to the Usos, set up a knockout punch from Paul, a tsunami from the Big Aussie and a win for the Vision. The mystery man in black spoiled the victory by delivering a stomp to Paul on the announce table before taking off into the crowd. Overall, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I thought it was a pretty decent match and obviously continued that mystery man thing going. Moving on into the Elimination Chamber qualifier between Bayley, Asuka and Natty. Three of the most important competitors in the history of the women's division battled for an entry here. A strong action-packed match saw Natty unleash her newfound aggression while Bayley and Asuka relied on timing's counter. Late in the match, the third generation heel delivered a German suplex to Bayley on the ring apron, then applied to the sharpshooter to Asuka. The role model recovered, caught her with a knee to the head and delivered a Bayley suplex for the Express tomorrow for a very close to. With Natty out of the equation, the Japanese caught Bayley in the Asuka lock for submission and a chance to progress. Probably the right outcome for me. Like I say, a fun match. It always was going to be with kind of three very experienced competitors. And I think Asuka has the most game for her in terms of advancing. World Heavyweight Champ CM Punk hit the ring to discuss his upcoming defences against Finn Balor and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. He said the office was not happy with him for jeopardising the biggest Mania main event in history, as Michael Cole repeatedly referred to it on commentary before Balor interrupted. JD and Dom flanked the Judgment Day teammate who claimed he was the best in the world because he learned in dojos from luchadors and new European catch wrestling. Punk disagreed and again asked his Elimination Chamber opponent who he wants to be remembered as. Cole asked if it awakened something in him that he'd laid dormant for too long. A nice cliffhanger moving on. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see where it goes. Before we got Penta versus El Grande Americano with a shot at the IC Championship on the line. Both men kicked out signature manoeuvres, highlighting the intense desire to challenge for the gold. Americano even kicked out of a Penta driver, a booking choice to be sure. The original El Grande thwarted interference from Rayo and Bravo by putting him under the ring, allowing Penta to deliver a springboard Mexican Destroyer for the win in a good, albeit overbooked match. After the match, the OG attacked his imposter and nearly unmasked him, but Los Americanos pulled their leader to safety. So overall, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Moving on into AJ Lee, who hit the ring to discuss her upcoming match with Becky Lynch at the Elimination Chamber. She called out Big Time Bex, the women's IC champ, obliged. Lynch denounced the idea of Lee becoming a champion again and vowed to defeat her in Chicago at the PLE. Lee dared her rival to join her but in the ring, even offering her first shot, but Lynch chinked it out, leaving an area full of fans in Memphis cheering the man. An interesting segment that didn't feel further the feud, but didn't feel like a total waste either, thanks to the performances of both. As we then moved on to our main event, Javon Evans, Gunther and Dom Mysterio competing in a qualifier. The ring general dominated various points, utilising his unforgiving strikes, neutralising opponents. Ever resilient, Evans found new and creative ways to fight back. Mysterio, the sneakers as a free, grabbed the timekeeper's hammer late in the match and appeared poised to use it. A run-in from Dragon Lee, who blasted Gunther with the ring bell, set in motion the finish. With the former world champion out of the picture, Evans withstood a 619, dodged a frog splash and delivered the OG cutter for one of the biggest victories of his career. Yeah, great win for Evans. To be honest, surprised it's not Gunther, but yeah, I think great win for Evans and shows that WWE really value him. Overall, Raw this week gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Much of the effort has gone into Elimination Chamber. Punk v Balor feels like a big deal. The qualifying matches were fun, and obviously we got that surprise outcome in the main event. The Vision feels less important now, and the Liv Stephanie Vicari storyline isn't really on full cylinders, I would say, at the moment. But the American Arno feud is also fun. A solid show that was not quite as good as the last few, but it tops anything produced in WWE right now for me. So overall, I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
So that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.